Big or small, no business has been spared by this pandemic. Attendance is taking a hit at SeaWorld San Antonio, and the park president has decided to permanently lay off nearly 250 furloughed employees. Eyewitness News reporter Holly Stouffer tells us what seems to be keeping many of these employees from speaking out.
A mass layoff at SeaWorld San Antonio leaves hundreds of employees without a job. In a letter to the Texas Workforce Commission, the park president says, quote, "Due to the sudden and unforeseeable economic impacts of the pandemic on our Texas business operations that were not reasonably foreseeable at the time of the temporary furlough, SeaWorld has determined that it must transition certain park personnel from a furloughed status to a permanent layoff." On Friday, this termination letter was sent to 242 employees. The person who shared this paperwork with us has spent several years with SeaWorld. They tell us they're getting 4 weeks of severance pay, under the condition that they keep quiet. There's a non-disparagement clause in the agreement that says employees can't make any negative public comments about the business. For that reason, this employee didn't want to be interviewed. But they tell us, quote, "I think I speak for all the ambassadors that worked at SeaWorld, that we understand the reason for the layoff, but it could have been handled in a much better fashion." SeaWorld furloughed the vast majority of its workforce in April, before reopening at reduced capacity in June. The park president says attendance has been severely impacted by the pandemic, which led to the permanent layoff.
Holly joins us live. And Holly, it's not just the location in San Antonio that's being affected by layoffs.
Deborah, attendance is a problem right now for all of SeaWorld Entertainment, which has theme parks in San Diego, Orlando, Tampa, and Williamsburg, Virginia. SeaWorld officials say they wanted to bring back every single furloughed worker, but given the state of this pandemic right now, they say it wasn't an option. But in the termination paperwork, it does say that any furloughed employee will be able to reapply for positions at the park when they do become available. We're reporting live tonight. Holly Stouffer, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.